Welcome to another weekend episode in Talk with Sanjana. Life sometimes can get very unpredictable. Things may not go according to the way that you have already planned. But what if one incident, changes your identity? So today I'm in conversation with Pragya Prasun Singh, who is an acid attack survivor and also helps a foundation called Atijeevan. Hi Pragya, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Sanjana.
So firstly, Pragya, how you doing? How's everything at your end?
Yes, everything is so far good, and yeah, we are completely at home, and managing everything online and over phone from home.
Right. Everything has become virtual now, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And how are you adapting to the new normal?
I can say that, we have already adapted. It took 2, 3 months to realize and, understand how
Right.
to go about it. But yes, within 2 months, we adapted the whole, virtual platform to explore more opportunities for our girls. And yeah, we have been working on it from past couple of months.
Great. That's absolutely wonderful to listen that from you, Pragya. So going further, this show, like I said, it's about talking to people from various industries and trying to know their journey and doing our bit to the society so they are conscious and aware about things that are happening around them. Because during the crisis, what's happening is people are so involved in themselves and trying to bring a mental stability in their own life, but I think we should also be very conscious about what's happening in and around, right? So with that, my first questions is towards your life journey, the kind of turn that has taken place. I think it was in 2006. So I've read
Yeah.
some of your articles on this, but I would definitely like to know more, right, directly from you. So how this incident happened and when it happened, what happened, what was your emotion state of mind?
Well, it happened just at the time when I was about to start my new journey, my married life, and a good career in garment industry. And I was very much full of hope and enthusiasm that the life from here on is going to be very, very different. And yeah, it uh, I was traveling in train after 12 days of my wedding and, going to attend my campus placement when this jilted man who wanted to marry me threw acid on me while I was sleeping in the train in the midnight. And till that time I was not aware that there's something like acid attack, and which this kind of acid can affect your skin and flesh so much it can completely damage your skin. uh, Initially I was in ICU of a burns ward in Delhi for almost like 15, 16 days,
Mhm.
where doctor were not sure whether I'll be able to make it or not. Uh, uh, I was on ventilator during those 2 weeks, and the only hope I could see were in the eyes of my mother, my father, and my husband, that you will go through this and you'll overcome it. And the only hope I had during that time were their words, and whenever they used to come to my bed inside the ICU and meet me, just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the day, and that we are here, and we'll go through this together, and you'll overcome all this. So yes, during that time, that motivated me, that helped me uh, 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 I would say, heal me emotionally, because at that time I was aware that, my face is completely burnt, and there were so many questions inside my head, which I was not able to talk to them, because, they had put a trachea in my, this thing, and I was not able to talk. My voice was not coming out, and, I had so many questions which I couldn't, ask them.
Right.
But
So, one question. You said you were on train. When this happened, did people around you come and help you at that point?
Well, it's a very, I would say there were people, and, the only reality I came to know when I met the doctor who helped me 6 months ago. Like, after 14 years, I met her, just 6 months back,
Oh.
and she briefed me the whole story, because, yeah, I was in so much of pain. I was just screaming, shouting for help, asking for help. And there were people who just ran away because they thought, something would happen to them.
Yes.
And yeah, almost all, the whole compartment was vacant. Like, everybody ran away. They just thought, they would it would affect them as well. And then there was a young girl
Mm-hmm.
who was kind of same age of mine. She
Mm-hmm.
was just watching me from little far. She tried helping me, but, her hands also got burned. And then she had no clue how to help me. And then there was a doctor in another compartment who heard that screaming
Mm-hmm.
of all the fellow passengers, and they were running. And she came, and when she saw, she immediately realized that it's an acid attack, and she took me towards the toilet area of the compartment train. And she and that girl start putting water on me. And it was when, I was little calmed down, and, my pain was little lesser, because of, they when they started putting water on me. But yes, those were the only two ladies who came to my rescue, and who were there for the next 2 hours, till the time the train reached a station where they had taken me out from the train to send me in the ambulance to the hospital.
Right. As you were narrating this incident, a question popped up. Do you see there was a lack of knowledge in people in order
Absolutely,
to, right,
absolutely.
how to act at that point of time? They don't know what to, like. Just say we know, we are always guided to do what to do when you are hurt. There is a first aid kit, right? And you are supposed to do certain things. But when such an incident comes up, people are really not aware what to do with that, right? So,
Absolutely.
so how have you bought this change? I know that you are into the foundation, right? So, are you also trying to educate people here? So, how things are working around your Atijeevan Foundation?
So, definitely my stay during the time of my treatment, initial almost 1 year, I was, on and off to the hospital. And initial first 3 months, I was there completely in the hospital, in a government hospital in Delhi. It completely changed my life. I realized how much, the plight of the burn patient, and that, whatever happened during the attack and after the attack, how people just ran away. They didn't help me, and there was only two female who stood by my side till the time, and they covered my whole body. Like, my all the clothes were, burnt, and I was almost naked. The other girl, she wrapped me with her dupatta. And I would say those two girls, they saved my life, the doctor and the another girl. So and I am full of gratitude for them. I must say, every time I talk about this, but I realize that there is no awareness on the first aid of acid or any kind of burns, and we have been creating more and more awareness. We have been doing workshops to make the public aware that, in case if these kind of incidents happen around you, you
Right.
can definitely save the life of that burn patient. Uh, and the simple first aid is putting as much as fresh water as
Water.
possible till the burning sensation subsides. You need to put fresh water on the patient so that she's calmed down and the acid is flushed out from the at least the outer layer of the body. Acid, though the acid still keeps on penetrating into the skin pores up to 48 hours to, maybe more hours, till the time from the time it uh, get in contact with the skin. But that is a different part of it. But at least from the outer layer of skin, you can definitely flush out the acid by fresh water.
Right. When something like this happens, it's known that emotionally a person won't be in a right state of mind. He would be broken, or he or she would be broken. Now, do you see any cases where people tend to go towards depression with this, because they are really not sure what to do with their life. They feel devastated. So, have you seen any such cases where people have been through that depression and try to overcome it?
There are many such cases. I have mine to share, and I have so many cases to share. Generally, the patient goes into depression because he or she lose her identity.
Exactly.
Right. I would share an incident. For my treatment, I was traveling from Chennai to Mumbai in the month of August or September. I had to consult a doctor who was in Mumbai for my hair transplant, and I was traveling, and I was in the airport, and one of my friend who was working in Mumbai, he was traveling somewhere, and I could see him in front of me, and he saw me, but he didn't realize that I am Pragya. And we were batchmates, we were classmates, and he didn't realize. And when I smiled at him, he was blank because he couldn't recognize me. And that was the moment I realized that I am not the same Pragya which people are thinking, or which people are used to connect, that with my face, I don't have that face anymore. So that was the realization, and that was the fact that I had to leave for rest of my life. Till 23 years of age, I lived a different life, and after that, I lived a very different life without the identity I had in my past. So definitely, I had one advantage of having my family with me, supporting throughout the time, including my husband, including my parents, my siblings were there to support me, to tell me, you are still loved.
Of course, and I think I should definitely make a point. You were married for like it was just 12 days, and I respect your husband for that, for staying beside you and being there and doing everything possible. I think God has already planned that the right person should be in your life, and I think that support did give you a kind of relief. I must say that, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, 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 that kind of support has definitely given me a purpose to live. I would say that, without that support from my family or my husband or my siblings, I don't think I would have, I couldn't see any light at the end of the tunnel. I couldn't see anything. What is my future? I did my MBA. I just completed, and I was about to start a good career, and everything shattered. I went to gave interviews in spite of, after recovering a little bit from it. I immediately wanted to, start doing something so that I'm engaged, because, for
Right.
initial 7, 8 months, I was almost in the hospital, and I just wanted to move on. But, there were these hurdles. When I used to give interviews, when I used to ask for a job, people used to say that, you just you get your treatment done first. And, I in spite of me telling them that, this is how I will look, this is the best what my plastic surgeon could have done to my face, and, I'm not going to look normal, and, that was not acceptable for them. That, they would keep anyone who is that disfigured or scarred in their company, in their working space. It was not acceptable for them. So, my complete life was gone.
So, as you said, when you go to interviews, these are the kind of obstacles come. Do you still see, even in this generation, do you still see, because the kind of, a negative impact or negative reactions people show, especially at interviews, because at the end, what matters is the skills when you're in a job
Yeah.
interview. But if you're saying that the look, the outer surface also matters because somebody else is not liking it, uh, what would you want to say on that? Do you still
So
see
it is
this?
still there. Yes, absolutely, it's still there. But thanks to Supreme Court, judgment which came 2 years ago, which included acid attack survivors in PWD categories. So now, like I have been struggling to get jobs for all these girls from past 7, 8 years now. So I have seen the change of trend. The trend which was there 2 years back, and the change of trend which is there now. At least some of the MNCs, some of the companies are willing to hire the survivors because they have come under PWD, but then they have their own criteria. And the most important thing is, they think that under PWD, or under inclusion, diversity and inclusion, which they say, they can hire these people and still pay them less, because they know that they don't have anywhere to go.
Oh,
Right? This is the irony. And, I still find it really difficult. Of course, I don't blame them at all. There are still few MNCs who are paying good, at par the industry, but then there are few companies who think that, they can hire these survivors under the diversity and inclusion, and they can still pay them less. Don't give them appraisal, and they will still work, because they don't have other option, nowhere to go. Right? So this is really upsetting sometimes, when we see the girls, they are not getting appraisal comparatively to their colleagues. They are not, so yes.
that's a big, in terms of a big inequality that's
Yeah.
been doing. I mean, though there is a law, there is this, what would I say, as a business, how they are running, this is
Yeah.
the actual
Yes.
business, I would say.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I think that's really disturbing to see, to do it to someone who's already been through so much in life. And then on top of it, you are again making them realize you are not equal, you're not one among
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, what matters is the outer face, right?
Yes.
So, moving further with this, Pragya, what I would like to know is coming to your family. Now you have your own family, you have kids. Uh, how did you educate your kids on this? What was their reaction at first? And what did they feel that there is a difference? Or did they feel this is something which I don't see it as a difference? She is my mother,
Okay. So, for my girls, they have seen this mother from the time they were born. So they definitely know that, by the time they realize that, this is how their mother looks like, and she is different from other mothers. They definitely had so many questions. But from the time they started realizing these things, I explained them that, I got burned, and that's why I look different. uh, uh, But when they started going to school, and there were children who used to get scared of me, because I used to drop my daughter to the school and pick them from the school. So what, of course, children will have their own questions. They will get scared of, seeing me, and that is completely understandable. What not what is not understandable and acceptable is the reactions of those mothers, because they don't feel that their child should know that there are unfortunate people who might not be able to walk, who might not be able to, who don't have hands, who are disfigured, who are scarred, but they are part of the society, and we should accept and embrace them just like any other individuals. So what these mothers used to do is, they'll hide they'll close their child's eyes, and they will just take them away. And I always wanted to answer those children that, I got burned, because they are so innocent. They have their own question, and I always wanted to answer them. But the upsetting part was, the mothers not accepting that. And at the same time, I also had very, very beautiful stories where the mother immediately told her child that, she is auntie, and she got burnt, and just introducing the child to me, and then the child felt so comfortable, because it all comes from the mother, right? When the mother is so empowered enough to make her child understand that, these are the people, and these are the part of society. Anyone can get burned, anyone can are disabled, doesn't have one eye, or doesn't have hands or anything, but you should accept each one of them and love each one of them.
But
That should be
that, I think, unfortunately, people are not ready to educate, right? They just
yeah,
don't want to.
that is the problem.
And
Yeah, that is
that
the
is
problem.
because I think we all, most of us, I would say, we are living in a very standard way of living, a structured way of life, and we are only supposed to know these things at a certain age. This is the kind of
Yeah,
mindset,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
And that
And I
that
feel that, yeah, I feel that, the sooner you make the children realize, they are going to have those kind of children. I have seen, the difference from other children and my children, how they have accepted their, when my child was in nursery, she had one classmate who was not able to move on her own. She had some disfigurement in her legs, and she was not able to move, and nobody used to play with her. But my daughter, she used to feed her, because she knew that she is special, and she because she can do things. It's not compulsory that the other one cannot, and or can do things. And she saw her helplessness, and she was the only my daughter was the only friend that child had during her kindergarten. And I was not aware about that. But when my child left that school, her mother came and told me that, my daughter is going to miss your daughter a lot, because she was the
oh, so
only
sweet.
friend, and she had. And your daughter used to help her in her during her lunch time, taking out her books, taking her water bottle, everything. You cannot imagine how much proud I felt. And I it was by default in my daughter, inside both of my daughter, that you need to help others who are not that fortunate like you. I was I so felt proud that, this is what I wanted them to become.
Absolutely, I think
And I
with.
feel,
Mhm, yeah.
yeah, I feel every mother should educate their child in a way to accept each individual, and love each individual.
Right. I think with the age of your kids, what I would say is, I wouldn't compare, but the way they are looking at things, their perspective would be way different from the other kids. And
Absolutely.
that is absolutely required at this point in today's generation, because awareness is lagging, it's not there.
Yeah.
Kids are only supposed to know certain things, and this is where we need to educate them, because sometimes today we see kids coming up and educating their parents, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's happening quite often these days, because they are understanding the things rightly, but it's important for a parent, for an elderly person, to feed them the right things at the right age.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there is no right age to introduce to, of course, after 2 3 years when the child, starts speaking, there's no right age to introduce them to the inclusion. Because inclusion means, if your domestic help is coming to your home, you should respect her the same way you are respecting your aunt or your mosi or your didi, anyone. So, this is inclusion, and it can be introduced at a very early age.
Right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. So, I think we have covered most of the questions that I actually had. Now, moving around something about the survivors, what I would like to know is, from your foundation, when you look at these figures, I would say, in an average, how many number of people or patients or victims would come up to you and, ask for help? And how many of them are women? And then, are there any men are also who are facing something similar? And are these predominantly from a poor family, or having an not a great amount of education? So how would you tell this in terms of figures?
So definitely, most of them are women, and especially the young girls who have been victim at a very young age, like when they were teenagers or they were in early 20s. But yes, there are men too. I would say somewhere around 10 to 15% of them are men too, and they have also been victim. But the reason might be, very different, because what we have seen is, mostly because of property dispute, or friends
Family
fight.
issues.
Yeah, yes, they become the victim of acid attack. For women, it is a different cause altogether, because the because mostly because of the jilted lover, and of course there are issues like family dispute also is one of the reason for the attack. And we too have children who like accidentally became the victim of attack when they were sleeping, with their mother, and the mother was the target, and
Oh,
when
yes.
the acid was thrown, they became accidentally, they were affected, and they were as young as 2 years old or 3 years old infants, yeah, just became.
Right. Okay, okay. So, Pragya, I think there's a abundance of knowledge you have and a lot of experience, and it was wonderful talking to you. From knowing these things. But just before ending, I would like to know, like, as a pointer, what would you say when someone sees having, a person, other person being attacked? What he or she is supposed to do at that point in time?
So, when you see an attack in front of you, or it happens to anyone, you just need to run to water, closest tap water, no need to have a chilled water, you can just fresh tap water is enough to dilute the acid and flush it out from your body. Second thing is, take out all the jewelries or anything which is attached to your skin, which can further, stick to your skin, and then it will be very, very painful to take it out, including the clothes, because they have acid, a certain amount of acid inside, their, in the clothes. So you need to remove all the things which are in contact, which has come in contact with acid, and then try keep putting, and then you can call the doctor meanwhile, or ask someone to call the ambulance. And because acid burn is generally a third degree or fourth degree burn, it is like it damages the tissues if it is not treated as soon as possible. So you definitely need to rush to the hospital as early as possible. Till that time, you can definitely put water and remove all the jewelry and clothes which came in contact with acid.
Right. So another question, is there variants of acid which are like extremely powerful, and even when we see someone buying, I think we should be also be kind of conscious why this person or he or she is going and buying this kind of acid, which are not which are extremely high, has high chemical powers. So is there any such names that you would like to take?
So sulfuric acid are the ones which are very highly used for these kind of attacks. Sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, and nitric acid are the ones which are very very harmful for human flesh. And sulfuric acid is very widely available in the market because most of the and it is available in concentrated form. It is not so dangerous in diluted form, but it is still available in the market, very widely available, because we use it for cleaning our tiles, for cleaning our bathroom, which we don't need, right?
Right.
These kind of acid doesn't need to be sold on the retail counter. Definitely, if somebody is using, they can opt for anything other than the acid. Like we have Harpic, other bathroom cleaners, other you can use soda to scrub the tiles and all. It is equally helpful. You can use the surf with soda. It is equally helpful, and it is not harmful for your skin, human flesh, just like sulfuric acid or any other acid. So, these acids should not be available in the market.
Right, right. So, yeah, once again, I would say this was a great information, a great set of information and knowledge that you have shared, Pragya. And I'm sure this is going to reach few more people. And I think I would be also happy from my platform, even if one or two or three people are getting benefited. They are being conscious and they are being aware. That would be a huge difference, because
Absolutely.
that is what is required today. And just before the closing this, is there anything that you would like to tell?
Uh, I don't have much. Just I would ask everyone to help each other, and it's just we are living in a virtual world. We just don't care of people around us. So I just feel that anyone you feel are not that happy. It could be anyone. He or she could look normal, but still have so much of pain inside them. You can just talk to them, just try to be with them. That's all you need. And people nowadays are hesitant so much to initiate the talk. I believe I was one of them initially. I was very very introvert, but this incident has changed me completely. I don't feel shy or hesitant now in asking anyone for any kind of if they need any kind of assistance. So I feel helping each other should be the motto of our life, and being with each other is should be the motto of your life. And if something has happened to you, uh, I feel that to the ones who are not good in communication, or not able to express themselves, I would ask them to be more independent, vocal about it, and talk to people around you, and you might find solution. I have found so many solutions by talking and discussing things with others. And the one thing which you need to believe is believe in yourself, that you can do it, and you can trust me, you can overcome any kind of obstacle in your life. that's what I have done in my life. I have been to so many challenges, I have faced so many challenges, but the one thing which I always believe is that I can do it, I can overcome it, and I feel that's why I have been able to do it. So yeah,
Right, right.
believe in yourself.
Absolutely. Believe in yourself. And also, rather than being only obsessed with ourselves, being,
Yeah.
our family, it's only about us. I think we should wide open our eyes and look at things that are right in front of us and so some amount of humanity towards them, some kind words, or help them in some or the other way, because at the end we all are humans, we all are living our own life, but we all are in this planet, we are
Yes.
in the same, breathing the same air. So wonderful talk with you, Pragya. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And one more time, I just want to thank you for accepting this invite and being a part of it. I'm absolutely, honored that you have accepted it. So thank you so much. Lots of love to your family and to your kids as well. Finally, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and yeah,
Yes.
that's all I would like to say.
Thank you so much, Sanjana. It is a privilege, and thank you so much. You too, stay safe and stay safe, everyone. Be at
Yes,
home.
yes, of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.